Hi everyone, my name is John M. Quick. Now I get lots of questions when I go into online meetings or teaching or other kind of events where we're using the computer about my background and sometimes the images and things that I show on my video. So I wanted to share today how I set up my green screen so you can understand a little bit more about how it works and think about whether it's something you want to do. You'll see here it looks like I'm in a pretty typical apartment. Now while I am in a room in the place where I live, it's not exactly this place. I'll switch over now. If you were here with me today, this is exactly what you would see. It's a very plain room with a white painted wall, and behind me, about 4 feet, is a thin layer of fabric that's an odd green color. That's called the green screen. And through the magic of technology, we can use a green screen, just like they do in film and television, to place us anywhere we want to be. To get started, there's a certain amount of hardware and software that you'll need. You need, of course, a green screen. You need a camera. That could be a webcam, either attached to or built into your computer, or even a more traditional photo or video camera. You need lights. These are very important, and I'll demonstrate why later. You need lights both for your subject, that's you, and for your green screen, to make sure it is evenly and well lit. Next, you need software. Now there are many options here. I'm not going to cover specific software. I'm just going to show you a demonstration of how the software works in general. One piece of software will take your video feed and help you eliminate the green screen in the background. So you don't see your background being green anymore, and you can put in your images and do everything you want there. Now the other piece of software that you need is the one that you're going to use to do your presentation. This software takes the video feed from your green screen software and broadcasts it during your meeting. Here's how the basic setup works. Start by putting your green screen in the room, usually on or up against a wall. It should be about 4 or more feet behind your subject. Of course, that's you in this case. The idea here is to give enough distance that you're not creating too many shadows on the screen. Place lights specifically to illuminate the green screen itself. You want a nice even lighting across the whole screen. That can be achieved in a simple way by putting 2 lights on the sides of the green screen. Think about the green screen. It's green, so we want it to be a consistent shade of green as much as possible. That's why lighting is so important. If we start casting shadows, we get different shades of green. It makes the whole process more difficult. Now, in addition to the green screen, you want to make sure that your subject is lit well. This has nothing to do with the green part of it. This has to do with people being able to see your face on the screen. Next up, make sure to, of course, place your camera in front of the subject. Now let's talk about software. In the green screen software, you'll need to play with your settings. They'll be a little bit different for each software. I'm going to demonstrate one here. You toggle the settings. You can choose different colors, such as maybe use a color picker to pick green. You can use sliders to try and edit what the green looks like and to get just the right color. And if you have good lighting, what you're going to see is all of the green magically disappears. Then you can add photos into the background or into the foreground and do all kinds of cool things. Now, if you don't have good lighting, what's going to happen is you're going to see all these little green sparkles, or maybe half the image will be transparent and the other half will be the green, a dark green color or a light green color. That's why it's so important to practice and set up your lighting nicely. When you get the whole screen lit well, the software will make it very easy for you to remove the background and add whatever background you want. Finally, we need to use our broadcast software. Again, that could be your teacher's classroom, it could be a webinar service that you're using, or an online meeting service. Go into your settings, wherever they may be, and look for where you set what camera you want to use for the video. Normally, you'll see your camera selected, and maybe it's just the name of your camera. As long as it's compatible, you should find a drop-down menu that allows you to select the software instead of the camera. When you select that software, now you see the modified video feed that you created using your green screen. And now that's what the other people in your meeting will see. Now that you've been introduced to the basics of green screens, hopefully you know how we get from something that looks like this to something that looks like this. Maybe you're thinking of setting up a green screen in your own home office. Well, now you should have some idea of how to make it happen. If you have any follow-up questions, remember, I'm John M. Quick. Feel free to reach out and contact me. I look forward to seeing you online.